You are watching Good Things Brings 2025 edition, your official Good Things Festival interview series, taking you behind the scenes, chatting with some of the bands on the lineup of Good Things Festival this December. I am Tiana Speter, and today I am spending time with not one, not two, but three absolute icons who will be heading our way in a few short weeks. It is John, Charlie, and Phil from Goldfinger. Guys, thank you so much for chatting today. How are you all?
Great.
Amazing. Amazing.
Excellent. Thank you for having us.
Oh, the energy is high and I love this. And so let's kick off, given that you are going to be coming out here and gifting us with some live performances. On a live front, 2025 has already seen you guys tick off a bunch of headline shows. You also jumped up on stage at Warped Tour. John, I actually watched an interview with you recently where you spoke about the band's iconic history with Warped Tour and, of course, about Goldfinger's own legacy along the way as well. What is it like for all of you to look out into a crowd in 2025 and see a sea of people spanning fans who have been there from day one, but also next generations and just generally new fans who are discovering you for the first time, even to this day?
I love seeing parents bringing their kids, their little kids. You know, when we do headlining shows, we usually have about 100 little kids come up on stage for Mabel. It's so fun. I mean, I always knew that we put everything we have into our live show. I mean, I try and train hard so we can go crazy live. And I feel like all that work we put in the 90s and the early 2000s, it just shows. People want to see a high energy, fun show in 2025. And that's what we do.
Yeah, man, it's just the greatest opportunity to be able to play at all. And especially to come down to Australia, one of the best countries on the planet, the most high energy crowds ever. Like we're just grateful that we get to do what we get to do. And like John said, like crowds are still showing up. People are bringing their kids, sharing our music. Like it's the dream come true.
Yeah, I mean, I'll just echo what they said. We're really grateful. And I mean, I go out and I talk to people in the crowd most shows if I get a chance. And just if you are a Goldfinger fan and you're watching this right now, thank you. I mean, we do not take it lightly.
I love this. That's beautiful. And I guess on that topic, like you guys obviously have the label as pioneering the ska-punk revival in your earlier years alongside an enduring career that, as we've touched on, continues to this day. Like within that, so many bands that were kind of around at the same time as you guys coming up. I mean, you can't not talk about for certain generations the whole Tony Hawk's Pro Skater thing, but like even within yourselves, like you've got Millencolin, AFI, Papa Roach, like all these bands that I could just list on and on and on. It's so notable in all of that so many of these bands, and yourselves included, are going so strong and cultivating these new fans across the globe. Why do you think this sort of music continues to resonate and capture such a multi-generational appeal that you touched on just before?
It's just our music is simple. At the end of the day, it's not like, just hopefully I still have a heart beating in my chest and I can write lyrics that, matter, and there's 3 chords underneath it. I mean, I try and keep it pretty simple, and I feel like you're able to have the melodies and the lyrics shine through when the music isn't like, we're not math rock. And I feel like people just want to be able to like lose their mind, sing along, go crazy, and have a good time, and I feel like that's what we've done for, 30 something years now.
Yeah, absolutely. And I guess like living proof in 2025 that it is alive and well. Your recent Rollicking single, Freaking Out a Bit, featuring a certain Mr. Mark Hoppus, like what you kind of just touched on, I can't tell you how much that song simultaneously made me feel genuinely overjoyed that Goldfinger, like a band like Goldfinger, were around when I was younger, but they're also still making new music. Like it instantly made me feel like I was a teenager screaming my lungs out at a house party forever ago. But lyrically, I also felt so seen now that I am myself a little bit older than my teenage years. Like what was the origin story behind that new single?
Mark Hoppus, Travis Barker, and I wrote the song maybe 2 years ago, and we just wanted to write, an age-appropriate song about I keep lying to my shrink. And it's like, who do we really tell the truth to if we're not telling the truth to our fucking, psychiatrist? It's just a funny song about, I work with people that are still in their 20s, and it's like our audience kind of stays the same age and I get older, but it makes me feel young at heart. I feel like I still have a lot of youthful energy to me. And when we go off live, it's like the same as it's always been for 30 years.
Yeah, I was just going to say, like, as a fan of music, when you grow up with a band or you grow up with like, a swath of all your favorite bands and they endure, and they stay active and they continue to write songs that are still relevant to you because you're growing up together. It's something about that makes you feel not just good that you are like listening to good things. And obviously a band is only going to endure if the songs are good, right? If the songs are great, every band that you mention is like, they have their own thing. They stay true to themselves, but they also have great songs, right? So it allows a band to endure. But when they endure, those of us that are fans of these bands get to grow with them and feel like, you know what? I'm not too old for this. I still do have representation on this planet. You know what I'm saying? It's just it's a good feeling. It's a good connection. And that's what music's all about.
Yeah, I love that.
Yeah, I mean, they're both dead on. And the thing about us staying active and relevant is John's always working with young artists. Phil's on the radio every day, and I'm constantly going to shows and working with young punk rock bands and stuff like that. It's still sincerely interesting to us. It still motivates us. Do you know what I mean? And as far as longevity, one of my favorite bands is The Damned. They put out their first record when I was 5 years old. And I think something Goldfinger has in common with them is we never stopped. And we never stopped playing. And those dudes are all well into their 60s, and I saw them this year, and they were still great. And hopefully we can follow that trajectory. You know what I mean?
Yeah, well, I think if history tells us anything about Goldfinger, that is definitely going to be a reality. So I feel like we're definitely witnessing, it's not the beginning, but it feels like there's so much more of this story to come. So I'm so excited to see it continue to unfurl. And something we do get to have in the very short term here in Australia in December, we get to have you back down under. If my maths is correct, I think we haven't seen you since just before the pandemic. Which feels like about 50 years ago. But before then, it was a good couple of years as well since you had been in town. We've got the 3 festival dates this year, and you're also ticking off a special headline sideshow, and that is selling extremely fast, no surprises. But what treats do you have planned for the festival slots and the sideshow without giving away all of your secrets?
Charlie, what are your secrets, buddy?
Well, it's a big news day for Goldfinger. I've told everybody we will be playing completely nude.
Ah, perfect.
Because it's going to be hot.
It will. I mean, it would be rude not to. Is it unanimous, like when it comes to the set list these days?
No.
I mean, I think it's never unanimous, but I think that we have, coming up on 9 albums and an EP and a live album. It's kind of like you can't leave the fan favorites off. If you come to Australia every, 6 to 10 years, and we have a half hour to play, we can't just play all the deep cuts and the Bulgarian B-sides. You've got to play the hits. It's just not the way it works. So I feel like unanimously we do agree on the songs that are, the most streamed and the ones that the fans are always asking for. We kind of got to play. The Melbourne headlining show, we can fuck around.
Yeah. Perfect.
We don't even play the Bulgarian B-sides in Bulgaria.
Yeah. To start to close us out today, the Good Thing lineup generally offers something for everyone. We've got Tool, Weezer, All Time Low, Not Loose, Make Them Suffer, Lorna, New Found Glory, of course, You Gentlemen, to name a mere few. But rather than ask you who you're most excited to see or catch live, if you could each swap places with any band and play any instrument just for one set with any other band on the lineup, who would it be and why?
I'd play drums and Tool for sure. I'm a ripping drummer.
Yeah.
Danny's got nothing on me. He'll do something with each of his arms that are in different time signatures. But man, I got a fourth arm down below that'll play something different.
I love this. No hesitation. It's great. What about
do we have to switch instruments?
You can play any instrument that you want. So you could pick up literally anything. The universe is open to whatever you could put your mind to.
Actually, no, I would love to sing for Gwar.
Yes. Would you get dressed up?
Oh yeah, absolutely. Yeah, and just spray blood on everybody, and yeah, love it.
You know what I think I would do? I would play bass. I would take it off of Sting's hands for the Police. If I could just up and be on a stage and experience the Police on stage, I would play bass just because it's so fun.
I don't think the Police are playing Good Things, Phil, but
we can give it
that's
to
a great
him.
answer.
Oh, it had to be a Good Things
we can
band?
let you
Oh,
dream.
Yeah.
I thought you said any band. Any band
on the lineup, but that's all right. We can dream. And I think the Police
Tool
is great.
would be fun. Dude, if I could play Adam stuff in Tool, God, what a dream.
Yeah,
And John on drums.
Yeah, and maybe, who knows, we might have to lure the police out so we can make your dream happen as well. We'll see what
my
we can
God, yeah.
do. But most importantly, we are so excited that Goldfinger are going to be back on Australian soil, long last in a few weeks. Thank you so much, guys, for chatting today, and we will see you at Good Things Festival.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.